We've gotten a lot of questions from our customers about how to create print-ready artwork. We've got a brief description on our website at sharkyspromo.com, but I'm going to go into a little more detail and give you a visual of how to actually create spot colors in your Adobe Illustrator file. This allows for easy color separations for the screen printing process. Now, if you're going to have your design printed with the direct-to-garment process that we also offer, it does not need to be color separated. In fact, it doesn't even need to be an Illustrator. You can use a Photoshop file for that, or a JPEG, or any other image. But what we're talking about here is screen printing and using Adobe Illustrator. So let's get started by just drawing a basic box on the artboard, and we're going to leave this the green color that's already selected. That's fine. Now that green is actually what's called a process color, and that means that it's made up of multiple different colors. In this case, it's cyan and yellow. It's different percentages of those two colors make up what you see as green. And if you want to see that, you can go to Window and select Separations Preview, and this box pops up, and this is all the colors that are present in your artwork here. And what you can do to prove that is you can turn the visibility of the cyan channel off, and you can see what that color would look like without the cyan element in it. And you can do the same thing by turning the yellow off, and you see it's just the cyan and whatever color is mixed in it. May have a little magenta in it as well. Okay, and that's a process color. Now that's not what we want to use for screen printing. What we want to use for screen printing is called a spot color. And as far as the swatches and an Illustrator is concerned, I'm going to show you how to quickly create a spot color. So let's draw that box again. And this time let's select a different color for the box. Let's select this green here. So you can see it's a slightly different color. And again, this is a different process color, and we can turn the cyan off and see the effect there. And over here in the swatches, you see that that swatch is selected, meaning that is the color that this box is, because it's also selected. So we can either add a color from scratch down here, or we can just adjust one of these colors here and convert it into a spot color. So the easiest way to do that is just double click on that swatch. You get the swatch options panel to pop up. And this is a swatch name. It shows you what percentage of the cyan, magenta, yellow, and black are in this color. And just for the sake of simplicity, let's just change this to spot green. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. I usually use spot and then whatever color I'm going to call it, just so I can keep track of it later, and I'll show you where that pops up. Now this is the next thing that you need to do that's very important. You need to change the color type from process color to spot color. Okay. Now, once you do that and you press OK, you'll see that two things happen. Spot green shows up here because, remember, it's not a combination of these four colors. It's an actual color by itself. Now, in reality, it's those four colors on your screen that are making up this spot green, but for the sake of printing, this is going to be a unique color. So when we put this design on, or we print it on films and we put it on the screen printing press, we're going to have an actual Pantone color for this spot green. We're not going to take these four colors and mix them on the actual press. And again, this is just for the sake of how Illustrator sees this. We're not talking about the science behind how colors are created. Okay, so this color here is now a spot color, and you see that the swatch has got a little spot down at the bottom of it, and that tells you that it's a spot color, not a process color. And this square is highlighted, and you can see up here in the color selection the little spot on that color. That means that color is that spot green. Okay. Now, so when you go over here, if you were to turn off the cyan color, remember before how this color would change also when you turn the cyan off? Well, since it's no longer part cyan, it's only spot green. That square will only change, and in this case it disappears completely when you turn off spot green, because it is only spot green. So what you need to do is create all of your artwork in Illustrator using these spot colors. Because remember, when we print our films out for screen printing, we're going to print out one screen for each of the colors in your artwork. So we'll print out one screen that's just spot green, and one screen that maybe is a spot blue, and another screen that's spot red, whatever colors are in your artwork. And one of the things that we've seen happen before is someone will create their entire artwork in process colors and then individually have to go back and change the process colors to spot colors. And there's some quick ways to do that. You can select one color and go to select same, and then same fill color, fill and stroke. We'll put that in a different video, but for now we're just focusing on how to create the spot colors. And another tip that I'd tell you to do is, if you're designing for screen printing, what some people do is they'll just delete all of these process swatches out of the swatch panel so they don't accidentally use them, and then only add in the spot colors they're going to use, and they add them as they need them. And so then you'll know exactly a couple things. You'll know exactly how many spot colors were used in your design, and remember, screen printing is charged generally by the number of colors in your design. And you'll also know that you didn't accidentally select a process color in your artwork. So that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. You can either send us an email. The email address will be posted in the description, or you can just post a comment below and we'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for checking out this video, and good luck with your design.